This is TCT's Daily Major. I am Brian Dabreo, and these are your headlines. A new boutique hotel project for St. Lucia. The NSC responds to imminent tuition fee increase. A leadership training workshop for senior management at the Victoria Hospital was held on Monday of this week, and clinical trial of an experimental Zika vaccine has started in Puerto Rico. TCT's Daily Major is brought to you by Double A's Bottling Company, Farron's Food Products, Ramco Charming, and One Caribbean Newspaper.
So nothing will keep us together. Oh, we can be heroes just for one day.
More than a third of our children are now overweight or obese, and some reports indicate this will be the first generation where the children might not outlive their parents. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in the United States, and the leading cause of death for African Americans, Hispanics, and whites. 25 million North Americans are diabetic, and roughly 2 million people are diagnosed with diabetes every year. Bios Life, the clinically proven natural fat loss.
For more information or to purchase this product, contact Ramji at telephone 716-1400 or 450-0495 or email ramj35@hotmail.com.
One Caribbean newspaper is dedicated to the unity of our people in one Caribbean nation. We invite you to write us and tell us what's bothering you. No matter what it is, as long as it's within the law and it doesn't offend the public conscience, we will publish it. Send us your pictures. Tell us of your weddings. Tell us when, unfortunately, you have deaths, and we will publish the death announcements. One Caribbean is a newspaper dedicated to the unity of the Caribbean. Write to us at onecaribbeanltd@gmail.com or dennisdabro@gmail.com, and we will publish what you write as long as it is within the law and it doesn't offend public decency.
Welcome. The sword turning ceremony for the $6 million domain development project was held here recently with plans for a total of 20 villas. The domain project is located in Choiseul and could help boost the government's plans to push development in the south of the island. The Honorable Dominic Fede is the Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for tourism, information and broadcasting.
This really is part of a series of developments that are taking place in the south, and I think that since the establishment of our international airport, we are finally beginning to see the true potential of the south of the island begin to materialize, and we're beginning to see that true potential in its real form. And I can't wait to see this development completed along with others that are coming on stream that will complement it, no doubt, very nicely. And finally, the people in the south will have their own opportunity to have their claim of a stake in the tourism pie. You know, Jacques-Claude and friends, we are very, very happy to have you. And I want to tell you that I'm very convinced that your hospitality will know no bound. I want to say that the concept that you have chosen is one that has proven to be very successful in the last 20 years in St. Lucia, and that is the concept of chic boutique hotel, which really we have seen the emergence of it in the last 20 years, and that subsector have really proven to be a tremendous success for all of the investors, for all of the visitors to our country. And what it has done as well is that it has set St. Lucia apart from a number of its Caribbean colleagues and competitors. And it has said to the travel community that St. Lucia is a classy place, that St. Lucia is an exciting place, and St. Lucia is a wonderful place to visit. It's a place of romance. That's right.
Mr. Jacques-Claude is one of the owners of the Domain Development Project.
It is a pleasure to be here with you today to tell you about our project and to share with you what led to its development. I am aware and thrilled to be speaking to experts who have a great deal of experience with all aspects of tourism. I will begin by saying that we are inveterate travelers who, for over 40 years now, have experienced firsthand what is done in the tourism industry all around the world. Our travels also gave us a chance to observe how the conception of tourism has evolved over the years. It was during one of these trips that we fell in love with St. Lucia. In the last 20 years, we have witnessed an upheaval in global tourism, which has become for many countries the primary economic resource, a resource that has been called by someone green gold. This resource produces jobs, wealth, through the development of micro-enterprise and the entrance of currency in the country. The old cliché that asserted that tourism would spoil local cultures was proved wrong, as many parts of the world have seen the revival of traditional cultures through resonant tourism.
At a press briefing held by the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College earlier this month, the principal of the institution described the current fee structure as unrealistic, therefore hinting at an impending increase in tuition. Last year, through joint discussions between the executive of the National Students' Council and the Board of Governors, the two parties agreed to establish a payment method to assist less fortunate students in pursuing their dreams. Hence, whatever structure considered by the college must reflect a total transformation in its day-to-day functions, which student services and faculty must reciprocate. Several challenges, such as the poor communication between administration and students, ineffective security for students on campus against outside elements, and the absence of modern technologies to enhance the entire student experience, must be addressed in a robust effort to upgrade the status of the institution. The National Students' Council supports any drive adding value to the education system as long as all surrounding mechanisms are established and works in the best interest of the students of St. Lucia. A leadership training workshop for senior management at the Victoria Hospital was held on Monday, August 29, 2016, under the theme 5 Choices to Extraordinary Productivity. Ms. Jeanette Hughes is the Executive Director of Victoria Hospital.
The workshop, which is entitled Five Choices to Extraordinary Productivity, is geared towards providing the skills, the tools, and the techniques to the executive management of Victoria Hospital, who is tasked with two major assignments. The team has to continue the operations of the hospital and also to manage the transitioning effort to the Owen King EU Hospital. They continue to be challenged with the constraints of Victoria Hospital, meet the expectations of the clientele, but yet try to implement the plan for transitioning within the scheduled period for the move. It will only take extraordinary results to get that done. And obviously, with the commitment and dedication of the team, we can get it done. But the workshop will provide them with extra tools and techniques and training to be able to filter distractions from priorities, to be able to establish extraordinary results and outcomes from the ordinary, to be able to meet and understand the expectations of the clientele, both the patients and their families who come to VH and expect quality service, while we are constantly trying to implement the transition, and the client, the stakeholders of that project are also expecting us to deliver extraordinary results. So it is our way to plan how we will manage and execute both assignments and to meet the results that we anticipate.
Senior pharmacist at the Victoria Hospital, Mr. Abraham Weeks, spoke of the importance of the workshop.
This workshop has been very good because it has helped us really come together and see what's important to the organization, and especially in this climate of improving healthcare and our move to the new hospital. So it really has us thinking in the same direction and having the same purpose. The name of the workshop is the 5 Choices to Extraordinary Productivity, and those 5 choices all have certain benefits. So the first choice would be to schedule the important things and to not have to deal with the urgent things all the time, but pay attention to the important things. And one of the things it has taught us as a group is that there are many things that may come across on a day-to-day basis that may be important but not urgent. So we deal with the things that are important towards our goal, which is the move to the new hospital and improving healthcare.
Minister in the Ministry of External Affairs, the Honorable Sarah Barbara, has described her one-week courtesy visit to the Republic of China on Taiwan as a success. Prime Minister of St. Lucia, the Honorable Alan Chasney, along with Minister Flood Barbara, visited Taiwan last week for a round of high-level meetings with representatives of the government of Taiwan, Trading Expo, and other potential investment company executives, and also to lay the groundwork for an official visit later this year. Minister Flood Barbara returned to St. Lucia on Sunday. Speaking about her trip, the minister said, "It was a very good opportunity and quite an eye-opening experience. The trip afforded an opportunity for the exploration of possibilities and the creation of synergies between the two countries. A meeting with St. Lucian students studying in Taiwan, bilateral discussions with government officials, as well as trade and investment dialogue formed some of the highlights of this productive trip." Meanwhile, the island's Prime Minister is on the final leg of his trip to Canada. Prime Minister the Honorable Alan Chasney will meet with Canadian business partners as well as Canadian financial agencies. He will also take some time off in order to attend to family matters. In his absence, Minister for Infrastructure, Ports, Energy and Labour Honorable Stevenson King will act as Prime Minister. Prime Minister Chasney returns to St. Lucia on September 5th, 2016. You are watching TCT's Daily Major. Still to come, the IICA to announce the local winner of the regional competition on climate smart agriculture.
Crystal clear, yeah. That's what we drink. When I want to quench my thirst, bring a bottle of crystal clear, yeah. It's so refreshing. I don't want no other water. The choice is crystal. a bottle of crystal clear.
The choice is clear. Crystal Clear. Premium, purified drinking water from Duboulet's Bottling Company Limited.
The way you smile at me is everything I dream.
How is that boy running up?
Your Lucilec bill has been redesigned to give you more information. The top portion of your bill contains an invoice number, Lucilec's VAT identification number, and customer address. A past due stamp is displayed if your payment is overdue at the time of billing. Ignore it if you've already made your payment. To the right is a barcode for easy processing of your payments at Lucilec's customer service offices only. The billing summary highlights any amounts due from the prior billing, total of all payments made between your last bill and your last payment date, any other charges or credits to your account, any fees for returned checks or reconnection, VAT charges on these fees, the balance brought forward, your current charges for the billing period, the total amount outstanding on your account, and the date by which it should be paid.
Experience the flavor of icy. Icy, yeah. Icy. Pop it up. Let's start the party. Ooh, yeah. I like the flavor. Ooh, yeah. I love the taste.
The orange and the pear, the cherry and banana, the apple, ginger beer, or strawberry for your mama. Grapefruit, cola, champagne, sorrel if you wanna. Quench your thirst first, have an icy soda water.
Icy, yeah. Icy. Pop it up. Let's start the party. Ooh, yeah. I like the flavor. Ooh, yeah. I love the taste. Icy.
Experience the flavor of icy. Bottled by Duboulet's Bottling Company Limited.
Ramco pasta is a master. Your staple of choice cause the quality is superior. No gluten, no white flour, 100% semolina. Ramco pasta tastes better, I swear. Ramco pasta forever. When I using mac and cheese, bon. Give me some more please. Ramco have variety, go Betty to Betty and Fusilini. Ramco, the taste we know, met you. Now available at all leading outlets. Distributed by Ramco. For more information, call 450-0495.
Thanks for staying with us. The Inter-American Institute for Cooperation in Agriculture awards ceremony to announce the local winner of the regional competition on climate-smart agriculture, stories from farmers in the Eastern Caribbean states, will be held on Wednesday, August 31st. The regional competition, being held in collaboration with the Ministries of Agriculture in the Eastern Caribbean states, aims at identifying successful cases of innovative and replicable agricultural technologies or practices that contributes to farmers' resilience and adaptation to climate change, making the agricultural sector more climate smart in the ECS. The competition was open to any public, private, or civil society organization working to improve the adaptation of agriculture to climate change. Entries focused on the resilience aspect of the story while indicating benefits for productivity. Contributions to mitigation, when applicable, should be documented as well. The awards ceremony to announce the local winner will be held on Wednesday, August 31st, 2016 at the Creole Meeting Room, Coco Palm Resort, Rodney Bay. The St. Lucia Tourist Board participated in the 4th Annual Global Travel Marketplace. GTM is the most efficient appointment-only event in the industry, bringing top travel advisors and suppliers together. Travel advisors are vetted and are selected on productivity. Only agents with over 1 million in sales are selected. Both travel advisors and suppliers get an opportunity to select whom they would like to meet over the 2-day period. St. Lucia had 54 appointments and also got a chance to meet with other travel advisors who did not get a confirmed appointment slot. The event provides opportunities for networking and meeting all of the 108 travel advisors in attendance. The event was great for St. Lucia as the SLTV was able to meet not only with past top producers but also with the best in the industry. The St. Lucia Floral Cooperative Society held a conference this Tuesday, August 30, 2016 at the Auberge Surfing Hotel. TCT spoke to Ms. Eugenia Philogen, a member of the society.
We are trying to, we have this project with Jeff, funded project by Jeff, the Global Environmental Fund, and the project seeks to green the floral industry by using eco-friendly inputs and non-toxic materials. So this is what it's all about, trying to encourage the farmers to use less toxic materials in their flowers especially, but in other crops as well. So we're presenting that now and trying to see how best we can do it in various aspects, not just in production, processing, harvesting, planting, and trying to extend it to other people as well, not just the floral cooperative, but hopefully it will be a St. Lucia flower, St. Lucia greening industry. It is very important because a lot of toxic material is being used on plants, flowers, crops, and it's affecting human beings. You know, we are ingesting toxic material that we shouldn't be. In our waterways, our rivers have toxic material. Our soil has toxic material, and we're trying to get the farmers generally to use materials that will avoid using this non-toxic.
On the regional scene, Caribbean 360 has reported that a United States-based drug company announced yesterday it had started a clinical trial of an experimental Zika vaccine in Puerto Rico, where the Zika virus outbreak has been declared a public health emergency. Inovio Pharmaceuticals Inc. is testing its DNA-based vaccine on 160 adults in the U.S. Caribbean territory. If the results are promising, we plan to meet with regulators in 2017 to map out the most efficient path forward to develop our Zika vaccine and help mitigate this widespread Zika outbreak that has expanded into the continental United States, Inovio's president and CEO, Dr. J. Joseph Kim, said yesterday. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention in the U.S. estimates Zika will infect more than a quarter of the Puerto Rican population by year-end. The rapid progression of the Zika outbreak in Puerto Rico provides an immediate and unique opportunity to assess a preventative vaccine in a real-world setting. This is Inovio's second human Zika vaccine study. The placebo-controlled trial will test for safety, immune responses, and initial evidence of efficacy, Kim said. The Florida Caribbean Cruise Association Cruise Conference and Trade Show, taking place in San Juan, Puerto Rico, is led by panels of cruise executives and knowledgeable industry experts. The workshops will focus on key elements including show excursions, safety and security, best practices, and purchasing that will help attendees maximize their cruise tourism business, along with insight from cruise line presidents and CEOs. We have interacted with our 19 member lines and our platinum members to create workshops that will help attendees increase their business with cruise lines, said Michelle Page, President, FCCA. From the private to public sector, the workshops, like the other meetings and networking opportunities at the event, will directly apply to the wide range of attendees. This is a valuable opportunity for destinations and operators to learn how they are being affected by and can take advantage of the industry's latest developments, said Mickey Arson, Chairman of Carnival Corporation and PLC and the FCCA. I look forward to interacting with attendees and sharing input to help them optimize this opportunity. Arson will attend the event and participate in the CEO Roundtable, which will grant insight into the latest and upcoming trends and how it applies to private and public stakeholders, as the high-level panel answers questions tailored to the region and audience, with other participants including Orlando Ashford, President, Holland American Line, Adam Goldstein, President and COO, Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited, and Richard Sasso, Chairman, MSC Cruises USA, Inc. Now for the weather report. Present weather at Turanora, partly cloudy with showers nearby. At George Charles, partly cloudy. Total rainfall for the month thus far, Turanora 191.4 millimeters. At George Charles, 143.3 millimeters. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:55 a.m. Forecast for St. Lucia valid for the next 24 hours. Winds will be blowing from the east near 18 miles or 30 kilometers per hour. Weather, generally fair skies becoming cloudy at times with a few brief showers. Seas, moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet or 1.2 to 1.8 meters. Forecast for the Lesser Antilles. Apart from a few brief showers, it will be generally fair. Tropical weather outlook. A moderate easterly wind flow will continue across the eastern Caribbean region over the next few days. A few brief showers are likely over the islands during the next 24 hours. A tropical wave located over the central tropical Atlantic is moving westward near 20 miles or 32 kilometers per hour. Another tropical wave with an associated weak area of low pressure is located over the far eastern Atlantic and is also moving westward near 20 miles or 32 kilometers per hour. This system has a low to medium chance of development during the next 5 days. Finally, unbelievable but true. We invite you to have a look at this amazing piece of footage. It's a straight case of taking flight for the curious observers. You understand? That's where we come to the end of this edition of TCT's Daily Major. But before we go, another look at the headlines. A new boutique hotel project for St. Lucia. The NSC responds to imminent tuition fee increase. A leadership training workshop for senior management at the Victoria Hospital was held on Monday of this week, and the clinical trial of an experimental Zika vaccine has started in Puerto Rico. TCT's Daily Major was brought to you by Dubois Bottling Company, Farron's Food Products, Ramco Chowming, and One Caribbean Newspaper. As usual, on behalf of the entire news team, I am Brian Dabreo. Thanks for viewing.